When I was younger, my cousin and I actually used to have Harry Potter marathons, and so over the course of a weekend. And so what we used to do is we'd bust out the popcorn, the candy, and then we'd also make butterbeer to go along with it as tradition. What exactly butterbeer is, some of you guys might know it, some of you guys might not. It is actually from the Harry Potter series over the course of the several books and then also into the movies as well. It is a drink often drank throughout the series. And it is often more notably used as what we would use as hot chocolate. It's throughout the course of the series, each book represents a school year for them. And so what they would do during the cold winter times is that they would, instead of having hot chocolate, they would drink butterbeer. And so one example from it is one of the more notable people named Hermione in the Harry Potter series. She actually was quoted saying, "Why don't we go and have butterbeer and the Three Broomsticks? It's a bit cold, isn't it?" So that's how you can kind of get the idea of you would go there to kind of drink it to warm up. And so let's go ahead and get started with it. A couple ingredients you're going to need is cream soda. And so you're going to need a measuring cup. You need about 2 cups of it. And this will actually make for about 2 people. And then what you want to do is put it in for 1 minute and 50 seconds. And some of the other ingredients is going to be whipped butter, mixed nuts, ready whip, and then some condensed and sweetened milk. And so where it exactly is in the story, there's 3 places that you can most notably see it. Is located in what's called the Three Broomsticks. It's a pub located in Hogsmeade, and so it's actually more of a pretty nice pub. A lot of people actually go in there, and it's pretty clean and stuff like that. The other place is Hogshead, also located in Hogsmeade, but it's more of the dirty, a lot of people don't go in there, it's kind of dark and dingy. Albus Dumbledore, the headmaster for the school, one of the main characters in it, his brother actually is known for owning the bar or the pub, and so a lot of people often tell the characters, and specifically Hermione, to bring your own cup or bring your own utensils or whatever it may be, because he's been known for cleaning the dishes and the cups and everything with dirty rags, and so they often tell people to bring their own stuff. And then another place is also called the Leaky Cauldron, located in Diagon Alley, which is also a pub. And so that is also pretty well known, just like the first one of the Three Broomsticks. And so you have those 3 places, and then it also has a alcoholic content, and that you can kind of guess it just because of the place that is often drank, a pub. And so there's a couple examples of that. Is there's a house elf. So elves were often used by families to kind of clean the houses. They're most known for being a slave for them, so they weren't really paid anything, but they were still had to do stuff, and they were tied to that family until they were given a piece of clothing, and that's what set them free. And so let's go ahead and get this out. Get going on the other one. And so what we're going to do is take a tablespoon of the whipped butter, and if you use it or leave it out and have it at room temperature, we're going to do 2 of them. It makes it a lot easier getting it out of the tablespoon. And then you also have your sweetened condensed milk, and you're going to use 1/4 of a cup for that. It's kind of a little bit thicker. And then again, if you just use a spoon to kind of scoop it out, it's pretty easy. And then you also have butterscotch syrup that you put in, and it's also about 1/4 of a cup. You put that in for about 30 to 35 seconds, 40 seconds. Okay. So as I was saying, in the story, it also has for its alcohol content. There's also like I was saying, that elf, specifically with the Crouch family mentioned in the series, he was let go or fired from being that head elf for his family, and so he went to a pub, and then he was under the influence, as specifically mentioned in the story. And then also Harry Potter was wondering where Ron and Hermione might do at Professor Horace Slughorn's Christmas party under the influence as well, as mentioned in there. Let's go ahead and get this. And then you get your spoon and kind of mix it together. So, since there's kind of 2 servings, you need to use about half of it for every. Now, because we live in Florida and it's hot, and if you ever go to Universal, they'll often serve it cold. And so that, you don't have to actually warm up the cream soda. You can just leave it in the fridge. And so, finish up with some whipped cream on top. And then kind of a little drizzle. So that's how you make that. I hope you enjoyed the video.